Welcome to Mount Zion Student News. Today we bring you Malala's story.
On July 12, 1997, Malala was born in Mingora, Pakistan. For the first few years of her life, her hometown remained a popular tourist spot that was known for its summer festivals. However, the area began to change as the Taliban tried to take control.
Malala attended a school that her father had founded. After the Taliban began attacking the girls' schools in Swat, Malala gave a speech in Peshawar, Pakistan in September of 2008. The title of her talk was, "How Dare the Taliban Take Away My Basic Right to Education?" In early 2009, she began blogging for the BBC about living under the Taliban's threats and rules and how they denied her education. In order to hide her identity, she used the name of Gul Mackay. However, she was revealed to the BBC blogger in December of that year. She continued to speak out about her right and the right of all women to an education. Her activism resulted in a nomination for the International Children's Peace Prize in 2011, and that same year she was awarded Pakistan's National Youth Peace Prize.
When she was 14, Malala and her family learned that the Taliban had issued a death threat against her. Though Malala was frightened for the safety of her father, she and her family initially felt that the fundamental group would not actually harm a child. On October 9, 2012, on her way home from school, a man boarded a bus that Malala was riding in and demanded to know which girl was Malala. When her friends looked toward Malala, her location was given away. A gunman fired at her, hitting Malala in the left side of her head. The bullet then traveled down her neck. 2 other girls were also injured in the attack. The shooting left Malala in critical condition, so she was then flown to a military hospital. A portion of her skull was removed to treat her swelling brain. To receive further care, she was transferred to England. Once she was in England, she was taken out of a medically induced coma. Though she would require multiple surgeries, she had suffered no major brain damage. In March 2013, she was able to begin attending school in Birmingham.
Hello and welcome to Mount Zion Student News. I'm Brittany Spiegel, and today we have a special guest here to talk about her movement towards equal rights. Her name is Malala. Hello, Malala.
Hi.
I have some questions here for you about your movement.
Okay.
What gave you the courage to continue speaking out publicly against the Taliban?
Well, my father was good encouragement. He spoke up for women's rights and guys' education. Then I realized that I shouldn't wait for the government or the army, and I should raise my own voice for our rights. I started writing to tell the world what happened. I tried going through popular online websites so that I could spread awareness for what was going on in my country.
And now we're on for a commercial break. Congratulations to the basketball team for winning their tournament this weekend. And don't forget, cheerleaders, after school there is a tryout, and make sure you wear the proper uniform to cheer in. And welcome back to the Mount Zion Student News. I still have Malala here talking about her equal rights movement, and I have one final question for you, Malala.
Okay.
The people started responding to the Taliban, bringing order and establishing a faster court. When did that begin to turn?
Well, they tried to convince people and began misusing the name of Islam. Freedom was taken from us, and we couldn't go to the market or school, and we were imprisoned to the 4 walls of our own house. That's why I spoke out, because I believe in equality, and I believe there is no difference between a man and a woman. I even believe that a woman may be more powerful than a man.
Alright. Now we're on for another commercial break.
Daily school announcements.
Piano lessons will be with Mrs. Schmidt after school on Thursday at 3 o'clock.
Welcome back, Mount Zion students. Today we have another special guest who is an expert on Martin Luther King Jr.
Hello, just some basic facts about Martin Luther King Jr. that are really important to know besides his big famous I Have a Dream speech. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister and a social activist who helped lead the civil rights movement in the United States from the mid-1950s until his assassination, who was by James Earl Ray in 1968, and he died at the age of 39. A big thing is that he played a key role in ending the legal segregation of African American citizens in the South and other areas of the U.S. In 1955, he actually became involved in his first major civil rights campaign, which was held in Montgomery, Alabama, where buses were racially segregated.
Martin Luther King and Malala relate in the ways that they both wanted equality for everyone, and they both had terrible incidents. However, Martin Luther King's incident ended up ending his life. Malala was lucky enough to survive her shot to the head when she was on her way home from school.
The overall theme and connection that we would like you students to take away from these two interviews would be that through the actions of Martin Luther King Jr. and Malala, they showed us that even though equality doesn't come easily, the outcome is always worth it in the end.
Welcome back, Mount Zion students. Our next special guest is an expert on Martin Luther King Jr. Hello, Mary Kate.
Hello.
She said your name.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, Mary Kate.
I just want to go home and talk to Benny, okay?
You got mad at me?
Okay, stop. Just be like,
Sorry we don't all have a bae to talk to. So I just want to have fun. Is it on? Yes, it's on.
Just some basic things about Martin Luther King Jr. that you guys may not know besides his big I Have a Dream speech. He was a Baptist minister.